it is very, very common to see content marketing become this thing that we want to do, but we don't quite have our arms around how we want to do it yet. And I will tell you from personal experience, having worked with so many of the biggest brands in the world, the ones that you really think have all their you-know-what together do not have all their you-know-what together. They do not. They are struggling at this. That is, as we are starting to see now with some of the biggest companies on the planet, they are being held together by baling wire and WD-40. I mean, it is really coming apart at the seams. But there's a few disruptions that we're seeing that I've put into three basic categories that I think really encapsulate what we're seeing right now. I don't know if we're allowed to even say post-pandemic yet, but post-pandemic, certainly post-2020, 2021, and as we get into 2023 and beyond. And the first of that is this idea of I just haven't been able to come up with a better term than this, supply-induced physical scarcity. And what I mean by that is that this, right here, what we're doing today, is just a lot more precious than it used to be. It's just harder to do it. It's just hard. We value our physical presence at places in a lot higher degree than we used to pre-2020. And so what does that mean? What are the implications of that value that we're now placing on this physical presence and what we're doing? Well, there's a couple of implications to that. The first of all is this needs to be a lot higher quality. So our customer events, the things that we're doing when we get in front of a customer, when we get salespeople at a conference, all of those things that we're going to these days, the pressure for those things to be higher and more remarkable is really high. The second, and much more prevalent we find in businesses, especially in B2B, is that digital has now, and digital experiences and digital content experiences have now become even more important than they were, because they have to be a proxy. They have to be a proxy for the physical experience that we used to actually enjoy so much of. So salespeople, how many of salespeople are now having all of their experiences with their prospective customers in digital form, and presenting digital content, and presenting digital thought leadership, and doing so on Zoom, and doing so in any number of digital events and webinars and thought leadership? All of those things are much more prevalent than they were in 2019. We've seen the research to see how much they're growing. We've also seen the research to see how much account-based marketing is now happening in the digital world. It's happening over Zoom. It's happening online, through content hubs, through engagement, and how much more of the customer journey is now being propelled through digital content as opposed to meeting them in a cafe and going through a PowerPoint, meeting them at the foot of their big boardroom and going through a big PowerPoint with your client, meeting them at a conference, getting squishy balls. All the things that are happening now are happening in much more of a digital way.